All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode with our wonderful pack of Tagers. Our last episode saw them basically getting to the underground chamber under Chicago where a lot of the Right of the Sacred Union is undergone by different applicants. Basically, it's the right to make new Tagers. There, they talked with Miss Quinn, who's leading up the task force to hunt down Grant Walker. Grant Walker is this powerful Doanoid that they've been looking for that's been hunting down other Tagers. They decided to kind of go after him because they view him as like a bigger threat than the other stuff they found out about in previous episodes. This kind of pissed off Maxwell, who is literally their operator's boss. Like, he's Eric's boss. Eric reports to him. He gives Eric assignments for them to go under. Basically, they're being taken from his jurisdiction and given to Quinn. And Quinn is all about this, but Maxwell's kind of pissed off. Well, the end of last episode, we saw them kind of leave with Quinn and essentially give Maxwell the finger. And we'll see how that goes. All right, so she'll lead you guys down the opposite way that Maxwell had walked. Maxwell kind of took off, I'd say north. She actually leads you down south, and you walk through like a couple of small halls, maybe about 10, 15 feet wide. And as you're walking, you'll notice that it's a bit colder down here than it is like, in the arcology proper.
And I'm at home.
This kind of brings up some memories back. A lot of the preparation for undergoing the Rite of the Sacred Union involves like extreme temperatures, just to get used to disciplining your mind and body to avoid discomfort and other distractions. So as you're walking by some of the rooms, you can see some of the doors that are sealed are a little bit frosted over as people inside are practicing. They're working on their meditation and their focus. For everybody here, this is just one small part of the steps you all took to ultimately become, Tagers. She leads you down a couple of narrow hallways and into a large, looks like a library of sorts, where you see a bunch of scrolls in these glass cases. Now, just on a quick examination, they all look like they're probably from original research that was done by the Eldritch Society. Like, these scrolls kind of look like some of the symbols and some of the phrases in there they look like things you remember from undergoing your rite. Essentially, those with higher occults, like I'd say above like a 2, recognize these as actual fragments of the Rite of the Sacred Union.
Ooh.
I have it up too, so I'm just like, they look familiar. Just not sure what for.
Yeah, they definitely look familiar. And as you walk into the center of the room, she kind of steps up to this larger piece here with the circles and the symbols in the middle. She kind of looks at it for a second, smiles, and turns back. All right, we need to talk business. I know you guys want to go after Grant. I would love you after Grant. What makes you think you can help me take this guy down?
There's nothing been put in front of us, so we haven't completed.
All right.
And it's our duty. I feel it's our cause to stop this person. It's time for him to be hunted.
Yeah.
Time for him to be back on his heels. Not our packs. It's his turn.
Okay. Well, I have 3 other packs out there right now working on the Grant angle. 3 packs that are also very determined, have something not necessarily to prove, but they want to get done, which is taking this fucker down, which I agree with. However, I got to question you guys' collateral damage. Is that going to be an issue? If I put you on a mission that, I need you to be quiet about, can I trust you to be quiet?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Probably not.
I'll put it to you this way. Collateral damage-wise, even out in front of that entire community outside of the arcology, nobody knew it was us.
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. Like, I mean stopping that type of shit from happening altogether. If I send you in a spot that we have a Walker sighting or one of his people at, and I say, I need you to get in there, take that target down quietly and bring it back for questioning, can I trust you to do that? And the reason I'm asking that, and this is no bullshitter, guys, like this is, I don't fucking want to play ring around the verbiage. I don't want to fucking like beat the bushes here. I want to be honest. I read your file. So far that I know of, you nearly burned that entire building and outside the arcology down to the ground. You blew a fucking hole through High Top's apartment and left bodies everywhere. Like, can you be subtle? I mean, that's just an honest question.
Sure. Those situations,
So
As
she
far
asks
as
about being
collateral
subtle, and
damage-
Ghost just smiles.
was beyond our control.
Were they?
They were. The second we went into the apartment was blitzed by an entirely different organization, the Children of Chaos. And that's what brought the noise.
Right.
And then something spawned in the apartment.
So, are you
Of
telling
an agent
me?
of the Order of Dagon.
Are you telling me that if you are confronted with the unexpected, that you'll go off the rails, essentially?
No, but I won't stop my team from going off the rails if it ensures our survival. And it ensures the completion of the mission.
You do realize sometimes, though, that your survival is secondary to the survival of the society, right?
I agree.
So if I tell you none of that shit on this mission, I mean none of that shit on this mission. I will burn you myself if you fuck up our chances as a whole for survival.
Understood.
Will that be an issue?
No.
Cool.
What you tell me is what I disseminate to my team, and my team will follow to the word.
All right. I'll keep you to that. Because if you fuck it up, I'll kill you myself. I'd rather have it be you than the society. And if I can't trust my operators going out in the field to do what I tell them to do without them going rogue and off script like it's a fucking action movie, we can't work together and you endanger all of us. Because where I'm going to send you are places that we can never have been. I don't care if everybody's dead. If it calls attention to something I haven't been there and I tell you don't call attention, we fucked up. We fucked up in a big way. Because I'm telling you right now, this guy Walker has connections in the NAG, and he goes through some of their fucking places. And the last thing we need right now is for some young coming up Tager with something on their shoulder to try to make a name for themselves by fucking an entire NAG base and getting us all screwed. But since you've told me you can rein that shit in, I'm gonna trust you. Once. You get once. You burn me once, I burn you. Cool. If we're fine with that, we can work together just fine.
We're on the same page.
Good. Now, I'm going to give you some drop down of what I got on Grant so far. I've also read the report from the operator. And you'll see Eric is just kind of back by the door. Like, he didn't come all the way in with you guys. He's just kind of like,
Right.
not getting involved. Everybody's too fucking hostile is what it seems like is coming down from Eric. Eric just wants to, he's here to do his job, let everybody's tempers flare. He doesn't want to be in the way of somebody if they go fucking ape shit.
Right.
But she's like, I've read your operator's report. It was a good one. You guys got some important shit. I have some more intel on this private that you guys saw outside the arcology. The one that was killed in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, we got a little bit of a background on her. She had been transferred from inside the arcology to the external after she had some sort of incident that required an internal affairs investigation. Apparently, she was involved in a security breach that it resulted with some technology being stolen from the manufacturing plant. She didn't check a employee's bags when they were leaving, and that person apparently had absconded with some blueprints for some of the new mechs coming out for the aquatic variety.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
She was sending the aquatic variety mechs information, or allowing them to be taken by the Esoteric Order of Dagon, which she was a part of.
Which she was a member.
Fair enough. And I've also read the report on what's going on in Italy, so I don't know if that's related. Frankly, for right now, for me, I don't really give a shit because that's not my focus. What is my focus, though, is that NEG plant that she worked at is one of the sighting locations we have for Walker. I've got 3 essential places that I'll leave it up to you where you want to check out, because I've got my other packs doing other shit right now, tracking down leads, trying to flush them out, so to speak. Mm-hmm. 1, 2 days ago, I have a sighting of Walker at a NEG hab block for employees that work in the mech design, and engineering departments. These are non-sworn workers, not actually NEG. They're just civilian contractors that are being sequestered while they work on certain projects for the NEG. That way they can't have outside contact unless it's, being observed or supervised by NEG personnel, etc. We've had him seen in there. This is 2 days ago. 3 days ago, I have him spotted at a Northside bar that's like miles away from this place. It's called Lady Luck. What he's doing there, I have no idea. I sent some people to investigate. They came up with nothing, at least at first glance. Nobody went in. Nobody checked it out really in depth. So I don't know what the deal is there. Third place is 5 days ago, I have him at a facility near the shore of Lake Michigan. This facility is usually used to launch aquatic mechs and load up supplies for underwater personnel that are basically repairing all the landmines all the aquatic mines and all the gun turrets and placements set up to, I guess, ward off Dagon's people. He was there almost a week ago. Those are the 3 spots I have right now.
So the one that stands out to me, oddly enough, is the bar. It's the only non-NEG random spot I can think of at the moment. And that was 3 days ago. But 2 days ago, they saw him at the NEG facility, right?
Yep.
So that's the hottest one. That's the most recent.
Now, the facility where the mechs are at, just for spatial awareness for you guys, is like 3 or so miles at most from the shore, from the other facility, where the aquatic one that he was seen at like a week ago. But as you guys are talking, she'll tap on her wrist and you'll see a hologram pop up right in front of that case. Now, this is Grant Walker.
Okay.
This is Walker. We do know that at one point, originally, he had entered the COC as a scientist. He was investigating old ruins and archaeological digs for the Children of Chaos. We do know that at some point in time he got more involved with their militaristic branch and then underwent their rite. But it wasn't the rite that we all know that creates normal donoids. We don't really have a lot of intel on what the hell it was. We do know that he came out somewhat different than any other manifestation that we've encountered, at least by the people we had inside. What he manifests as, I have no idea. Nobody has been close enough to find out. We do know that he has the ability to tap into minds and read them. Moreover, we know that he has the ability to warp them, which is why I need your team whenever you go in after this guy. If you run into him, stay fucking on mission. Don't let any thoughts of deviation enter your head. Lock it up like a fucking prison. Because if this guy can alter your perceptions or change your thought patterns, you might just be attacking each other and not even realize it.
That sounds familiar.
I hate fucking mind games. These motherfuckers.
She'll click on her wrist
Oh,
cam.
and just in case, I'll pull up my data pad and I'll shoot her over the picture of that weird donoid, the aquatic
The
thing that
fish
we
one?
saw. Right.
And then
Be
the
like,
big fishy.
These are some things we came across. Probably doesn't relate, but if it wasn't on your radar before, at least it is
Doesn't.
now.
I heard about it
There you go.
from Maxwell. He was bitching up a storm about that shit because apparently that's the type of stuff that killed the Raveners, from what I hear.
Yep.
Right.
The best theory I've got so far, just by looking at it, is that's some sort of esoteric order donoid. Nothing I've ran into in the field before, but, fucking times change, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore with them.
Right.
Fish people are fun. It's
Might
literally
be.
just all Ghost says in the background. Just fish people are
The
fun.
easiest one to check out would be the bar. The one that would make the most sense would be the one he was at 2 days ago.
Is it the Fallen
But
Sun?
the bar for some reason stands out to me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
have
why.
we had any sightings of him at the Fallen Sun?
She's like, what the hell is that?
It's a bar by the lakefront.
Oh, not that I've been made aware of.
Say it was. That should have also been in our report, right? because that was part of the intel.
Yes, that was part of the Italy intel. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which point I'll point out, it should be in our report. That was actually part of the intel we gathered.
That's
That he's supposed to have a meeting there.
That what Grant is, or
Walker was supposed to meet up with High Top.
I don't know, man. Like I didn't read your report in detail. Anything that involved Italy, I just fucking ignored. Like, to be truthful.
I'd say I'll actually pull up my pad, send her just that blip of it.
It was a meaningful question
She'll look
because if
over
there
it.
was any correlation between the two.
It wasn't Grant that was meeting anybody at the Fallen Sun. High Top was supposed to meet Lucy and DeValto at the Fallen Sun.
That's what it was. So that the question would then be: is this a known associate of Walker?
I don't know who the hell that is. He's not a name that I've come across in my investigation work or any of my packs I've run across.
All right. Well, then we can, for now, rule any connection with Italy out.
From what I've gathered so far with his movements, he's handling shit by the waterfront, sure, now and again, but it doesn't look like he's actually getting involved with it, if you know what I mean. Like, he's been more around NEG production in general. So I think really the lakefront may be him lending assistance, but I don't think it's really where his head's at. Because we don't have anybody there, you know? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I would say we'll start at the bar.
Yeah. I'm going to send your operator my information if you need to get a hold of me. That way you can. Fucking don't worry about Maxwell. I'll handle his ass.
All right. I wasn't worried about him to begin with.
Yeah, no, he's really all bark. He's going to rage against the walls about how unfair it is that he has one less pack to do the same amount of work with, but fuck him.
I should have played nice, otherwise he wouldn't be down 2 packs.
I wouldn't really put the Raveners on him. That was some crazy shit that went down there from what I hear.
That was internal pack issue.
Yeah.
Certainly a.
They were
Wait
they
for
were
it.
betrayed by their operator. Had nothing to do with him.
Right. Anyway, he's used to running a tight ship. You guys topping ahead of him like that kind of pissed him off. I get where he's coming from, but he doesn't have to be a dick about it. Fucking just take his lumps and move the fuck on. But, anyways, y'all handle the bar. I'll let it be known to the other guys that are working on this thing. Let me know what happens. Let me know what you run into.
We'll see if that leads anywhere. If not, next place we'll hit is the building that he was at 2 days ago.
All right.
But for now, we'll concentrate on the bar. See what we can find out. It stands out. There's something that just doesn't sound right.
I will say this. Bar's north side, I don't have a lot of ops up there. Watch your P's and Q's. If shit goes south, in my opinion, scorched earth the motherfucker. Whole thing. Nobody gets out. Nobody talks about anything.
I'm just going to pat Ember on the shoulder. You hear that?
Yeah, but
Quietly.
But
I'd say Ghost is gonna turn and look and go. Only if shit hits the fan.
I'll subtly burn it down.
Now, I'm going to make sure that Eric has the HAB block and the facility. Those two places, nobody knows we were ever there if you go. Get my meaning?
Yep.
Ghost just smiles again.
Do we have an inn? Do we have uniforms? Is maintenance of some sort, or are we on our own?
I can talk to Maxwell. That's his setup with the NEG stuff. So,
If he won't get us something, I can just walk in and no one will know I'm there.
whatever
True, and-
works, just watch your asses is what I'm saying. They
Right,
can't
right.
know that we were there at all.
First, put in the requisition for the disguises. If it falls through, we'll find our own way.
Hey, Interceptor, want to write your boss? He's like, fuck no, but I'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Interceptor.
It's like, yeah. You guys pissed him off, and I gotta deal with him now.
All right.
No, it's
first
not
thing we
like
gotta
he's
do
got
is-
athlete scalp, man. It's like, this is, dude, man. Look. People get too uptight.
All right, send whatever you got over
Surprising, given
to.
what he is.
Send whatever you got over to Interceptor. First thing we got to do is scope the place out.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll send it out. You guys
I'll
watch your
I'll reach
asses.
out and shake her hand.
Oh, she'll shake it. She'll give you a good grip. She got like a strength of 10.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
Human form, crush,
It's weird.
crush.
It's
All right, then.
right. It's like nightmare respect. Nightmare respect. I got you.
And she'll let you
And
guys
then
walk out.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless she's gonna keep talking, I'll turn around and leave.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head on out. She doesn't stop you. You know, you see her linger. Like she starts looking over that particular passage. You know, that's in the black glass case there. Just kind of looking at it. You guys walk out. Eric kind of pushes off the wall. He's leaning against it for a minute there. He's like, "All right, so going to a bar." And he'll turn and walk with you guys. You guys are walking out.
We're gonna check out this bar. It just stands out. I don't know if it's just a place he went to have a drink, or if he knows
was meeting
people
a
there. If he's funneling
contact.
information. We're just gonna see what we can find. It just stands out in my head, so that's where we're gonna start. If it turns out nothing, it turns out nothing. We have 2 other places to check.
Drink
enough.
up me hearties, yo ho.
Might I suggest if we're going to a bar, we don't look like this?
No, we'll go and we'll change again.
All right.
We'll just look casual, and we probably won't even all go in.
Fair enough.
I'll send Arglight and Ghost in. We'll have them on comms, and we'll be down the block close enough to get there if we need to scorched earth. But far enough back, people won't necessarily place us with them if they see us, I guess.
All right. Whatever works, man. You know, I'm along for the ride on this one. I'll run some interference electronically for you. I'll keep an eye on, you know, local bands.
Yep.
The usual.
Perfect. That's all we need.
So you
So
guys
back to the house.
start heading out. You're heading back to your place.
Yeah.
You guys head back to the house. When you get there, everything seems fine. You know, it's only probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at latest. You guys head inside. Eric, as soon as he walks in, tosses that suit coat off, just throws it on a chair. It's like, all right, so I'll see what I can pull up on the bar. What time
All
do you
right.
guys want to go?
We're gonna go change.
Please do let me know if it's a dive bar or something so I can look semi-presentable.
Fair
We'll
enough.
probably head there around 8 or 9 tonight. That's when the bars normally kick off, to my recollection.
All right,
I just need to know what kind of boots I need to wear.
not a
I'm
problem.
gonna go with shit kickers. Just in general.
No, that all depends what kind of bar it is. If we go in a honky tonk, shit kickers ain't it. Believe me, pointed tips hurt worse.
Really don't want to have to
Eric
wear the
just
cowboy
chuckles.
boots.
It's like, all right, sure. Well, you
I
guys
have
go
heels and it's stupid.
and get out of the suits that he got for you. He pulls out some details. It looks like it's a dive bar. Like he puts a little hologram of the front up on the wall in the living room.
Shit kickers it be.
It's a little fucking hole in the wall, essentially.
Beautiful. Normal gear. Got it.
Yeah, this is pretty much like, you know, you guys can wear your usual shit.
Lady luck.
Rock on.
Yep,
He is what
works for me in the meantime until until we leave. I'll just be chilling again. Like that's basically our downtimes. Is I'll be chilling just because it's could be our last run. You know.
right.
Yep.
Eric spends his time between you guys get there. He does a little bit of recon on this place. He's chatting up other operators who are around, you know, the ritual space, and just give you guys like a almost like a live tweeting of what's going down. Apparently, Quinn and Maxwell has gotten into a fist fight. Quinn is pissed off, but he's sulking now. It's what made it worse is that he mentioned that that Eric would be emailing him about some requisitions for her division, and that set him
Right.
off. He was just pissed off. A lot of operators that were down there, at least their packs that were down there, were letting them know that it got kind of funny for a while, and Quinn's just laughing. She thinks it's humorous.
Ghost literally is just sitting there shaking her head going, that is very unbecoming of a specter.
Well, he's being raked over the coals. I mean, he's kind of getting screwed over at the moment. He
Eric-
lost the pack.
She
We
just
went
kind
over
of
his
tilts her
and
head
got-
at Savage.
Well, no, not even as savage. I'm just saying in general. I, as Jeff, feel
Oh yeah,
for the
no.
guy.
I as Jess feel for the guy. However, as Ghost,
I don't
detached
on
is
either
kind of what
side.
specters do.
Chris is like, fuck
As
that
savage,
dude.
I don't. Give
I
a
don't.
fuck.
I don't at either side. He's got a problem and needs to understand some things come first. He's forgotten all about his Tager's brothers and sisters
I don't.
being slaughtered.
But did he
So
forget the
fuck
face of his
him.
father?
I don't
Yes, he
think
did.
he has, because the missions he had set up for you were directly related to making sure that the ground that was lost from Tigers being killed was covered and kept everybody else safe. That just got yanked away from him, and now he has to find a way to cover those avenues and keep the Tigers packs that are in the area safe and supplied with shit with like half the forces he had now. So like he's
I don't know.
he didn't
that.
forget.
I
He
just-
didn't.
I just
Yeah, I
know
know.
what happened in that meeting.
I know you didn't.
So,
but that's what this
I
guy's. This is what this guy's got going on. Like, if you had been like, "Hey, well, what the fuck's going on? What's the problem?" He's like, "I got missions." Well, what are they? We don't need to get into it right now. Let's
tried
discuss
to do
it.
my job as a whisperer and get everybody to sit down calmly and talk shit out.
Oh, he ain't got shit to be
He
calm about.
didn't want to fucking do that. If he
No.
did that and explained all of it, put all the
Yeah.
cards out,
No, it's because he's panicking.
but no, he didn't want to.
He doesn't
So-
want to because he's panicking.
Right. He's a
And,
little bitch.
and Chain of Command says he's actually right. You guys leapfrogged over his head and fucked him. You know that you did.
No,
like-
no, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, Eric did.
It's
We
Eric.
did, fucker.
That's semantics. Eric is your pack. Eric went over his head to request getting reassigned to the Grant
Right.
thing.
Absolutely, but Eric doesn't want to be one of us,
Mr. White could have said no.
right? Absolutely.
Oh no, he certainly could. But again, that's the top of the shit pile versus like middle of the shit pile. The middle of the shit pile
Right.
doesn't see everything the top can see because he's covered in shit. So,
Right. No, absolutely.
Right.
so where White's like, yeah, it makes sense. Go do
Either
it.
way, no. Honestly, this is coming from an out of game standpoint because as of what we did, whether we decided to go with Grant or we decided to go with Italy, it was taking us out of his.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
area of
he was
control
getting
regardless.
shit on regardless.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
He was 100% getting shit on regardless. Now he's just got
And had
to.
the Raveners not died, it wouldn't have been such a big deal because then it's just one pack, whereas opposed to two.
Now he's lost
packs
two within
now.
like as many
Right,
days.
right.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But at the same time, he's got a valid concern. He is short staffed, and they do need to compensate or figure it out, basically, how to help him cover his area because
Yeah.
otherwise.
But
like
for-
I see, it's a ladder, you know.
But for Quinn,
everybody
Quinn's like,
loses.
that's a whole lot of not my fucking problem. You know what?
Oh, right, yeah.
Handle your shit.
That's all SCP, man.
Yep. She's like, not my fucking problem. I've got my job. They want to come help me with my job. I'm more than willing to take the help. You handle. You bungled. You bungled, Maxwell. Sorry. I picked up the fucking play. Eat a dick. And that's
Right. They
Quinn's
basically
point.
they're atop two separate shit piles. Is
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
The other one doesn't care about the other shit pile because that's not the one they're standing on.
No, and Quinn's being a lot more forceful. And it's, if you really think about it, the reason that Maxwell's not acting like a Spectre is because, one, he's getting shit on. He's under a ton of stress. He's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders to get intel and
Sure.
handle other small stuff. Plus, he's got a nightmare constantly prodding him.
Right.
She's almost constantly picking fights with this motherfucker. So, yeah, he's got a lot of stress. He's probably not going to metamorphosize anytime soon.
Right.
Actually, it's this way on the screen.
Yeah. So, so the rest of the day, the hours pass uneventfully. Basically, Eric's giving you guys a play-by-play of what's going on with, the chat rooms with the operators, like, sideline shit. He does let you know, though, that Maxwell's down to 2 Tager teams in the area. One,
a little rough.
one around Ridleyville, and one a little farther south. So he's got a broad stretch, but those are people out doing stuff right now. Mind you guys are on Damon, so you're a little north side. They're a little farther north and a little farther south. This stuff's going to take you a little bit out of your way to do. If you were going to the NEG plan, etc. So he's got a large territory spread out over. He's got a couple different packs doing different things for him from other, I guess, higher ups. Now he's just negotiating to get him on loan to help him out with some of this shit. But Eric's like, yeah, he's freaking out. That's it.
We'll make it up to him when we get back.
Right.
I'll
About
give him a free tattoo.
8 o'clock, as you guys are getting ready to go out, you get a knock on the door.
I'll check on the camera first. Anybody we recognize?
No, it looks like a delivery dude. He's wearing like a blue uniform and a ball cap. He's got like on like a dolly on the sidewalk. There's a large box.
I'll ask him our security stuff, maybe.
That was quick.
Shouldn't be here. That was supposed
All
to
right.
get funneled to the other Tiger team.
I'll grab my gun, and I'll walk
Yep.
over. And basically, when I open the door, I'll have the gun behind it at head height.
Got you.
Exactly.
You go to answer the door, and it's a young Nazadi guy, probably like 19, 20 at most. You open the door, he's like, "Hey, I have a delivery for you. You are a Mr. Bishop."
That'd be me.
Yeah. Can I just get you the sign, and he'll actually just click a thing on his wrist comm. You'll see the holographic display will flip to the other side. Just give me a sign down on the bottom. He gives you like a little stylus.
Sure. I'll grab it with my one hand and I'll sign it, but I'll be looking at him the whole time.
Hell of a night, huh? You're looking at him kind of intently. He's trying to be distracted.
Yeah. You gotta remember my guy's look is like super intense because it was Sager.
So he's like, hell of a night, right? Crazy shit
Been a
everywhere.
nice night so far.
Pizza's coming out of the oven.
Hey,
Dinner's
won't-
almost ready.
I won't hold you up. Thank you so much for the signature, and I'll bring that right up the stairs to you, okay?
Sure.
He'll close down the screen. He'll head down to the dolly and start pulling up the stairs. It sounds heavy. It's just like thunk, 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 thunk. He gets to the top. It's a cardboard box wrapped up really nicely, and he just kind of pulls the dolly back and slides the bottom underneath it to leave it kind of standing on its top. It's about about the size of a Foot Locker, essentially.
All right.
Out of sight of the door, Ray, I'm going to shift and scan.
I'll pull out a 20.
Nothing
and
that's
I'll
triggering anything inside that box.
tip the guy with the 20 and be like, thanks.
Hey, thanks.
Nothing with a heartbeat
Appreciate it.
or living.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing alive. And he'll just
I'll
kind
pull
of.
out. I'll kind of reach down and pull out my Bowie knife from my boot, and I'll just kind of up top, pop it open, and look in.
You pulling it inside?
Hopefully,
first,
it
or leave
doesn't explode. Nope.
Nope, just right. Okay, so you slide it up, you cut it open. It looks like a armored case. There's like a palm print like on the front for a scanner. It's a sleek black armored case, metal of some type, probably composite. Whenever your knife kind of scrapes onto it, you hear like that soft metallic like shing, the shrill sound as it slides across the edge.
I'll just kind of nod, and I'll kind of flip the knife and shove it back in my boot, and I'll just give the kid a nod, and I'll grab it, and I'll pretend like I'm dragging it in like it's heavy.
Okay. With your strength, it's not, but you're doing a good job
I
selling
know.
it. You pull it into the living room.
And once I get it in the house and close it, I'll just pick it up and walk it over.
Yeah, it's about
Like, I got no need to keep the charade up.
it's about 200 pounds or so. It's mostly, it feels like the case, really.
Right. But I'll lay it down on its side. I'll pull the case out. Be like, well, that would be an elaborate bomb to put a fucking palm scanner on it.
Eric's like, yeah, no shit.
So clearly, it's something.
Who unlocks it?
I guess we'll go one by one. I'll put my palm on it. I'll put my hand on it.
You'll see the scanner. The light will kind of stream down your palm. It'll flash green, and you'll hear a click, click. One at the top, one at the bottom.
I'll just look up, kind of.
I'm going to put myself between Eric and the box.
I'll feign nervousness and be like, the moment of truth.
Eric's like, it's really funny, motherfucker. Like, as he's
I'll
got
open it.
Ghost in front of him. You open up, it's all kinds of surveillance equipment. You've got bugs, you've got radio scanners, you've got fucking stealth vests and like very well, it's that stealth body armor that like High Top was wearing.
Okay.
More tactical clothing, some gear, and you'll see a handwritten note on the inside.
Down.
I'll grab the note, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of tap the I'll grab the note. I'll grab one of the body armors, and I'll literally toss it over to Eric.
Grab it out of the air. He's
I'll-
like, hey, cool.
I'd say we'll move out of the way so that can
And
happen.
then
Right.
We gave him we gave
Poof.
him one from the
Yeah.
armor the Pelican case that I brought back from High Tops.
Yeah, he's got one,
Whatever.
but he's like, I'll take a spare.
He needs it more than we do, and I'll tap the case with my foot and be like, "Arclight, Ghost, this is your package." As I'll step away and let them fucking disseminate.
The-
like
Ooh,
locusts.
shiny.
The note says, "This is for being fucking quiet." Signed, Quinn.
Here you
I'm
go.
gonna look at the police scanner. I can do it. I'm gonna look at thermals. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you're in Tager
When,
form.
when you're shifted, this allows us to not do that if we don't have to.
Okay.
You can do this. Nobody sees me.
Right.
However,
Right,
the
but
bugs
for
can
a
be
long-
useful.
Long-term surveillance, instead of keeping you in the lion's den, this allows us to listen and see without having any direct danger if we don't
So,
have to.
police scanner goes to Eric.
Eric walks over, like, what the fuck? And, like, you'll see him, like, run a scan on all the stuff inside. He's like, holy shit. We've got bugs, we've got signal jammers, we've got comm scan. With this, she gave us the mother load, guys. Like, this is all good
All
shit.
right. That sounds like you and Ghost. And I'll step away. And I'll
Ghost
go back
actually
in the
starts
kitchen.
cracking her knuckles as she's looking at the stuff.
I'll go back in the kitchen and start cutting up pizza.
Yeah, this is going to be all good shit for wherever we want to, like, set up shop to watch somebody.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I'll just need
We
to
can
know
probably set up-
where to set up the bugs and drop them from like high up.
Yep. Well, for now, we can set up
I have
the
nothing. Put them under the
home
tables.
base as our vehicle. It's big enough to have electronics in it for you to surveil things from within.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and you'll still, like, pick up some of the pieces of equipment. We can set up, like, a mobile surveillance hub inside the van with this shit.
Works for me.
Carry some of the bugs in our pockets as we go in. Put them in strategic places.
Yeah, that could definitely work. I mean, I know it's not burning down a building. And Eric will just kind of smile at Ember. Sorry, man.
Not
Well,
yet.
It won't be the last.
It'll
be
happen.
fine.
There'll be a reason.
I don't doubt it. We get into enough shit as it is. But I'm glad when you burn shit down because it means I don't have to worry about anything coming out of the building. You know what I mean?
That's
do.
why we like it too.
Right?
Well, with the exception of those plants.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
that's
you're done there.
that.
But again,
Man,
we got
if I
away.
could see the
Nobody knew-
spores, they could have seen the spores. I mean, come on.
Either way, we got away. Nobody knew we were there, and we got away with what we came for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was
And
an
then some.
unexpected. We did what we had to do, and we'll do what we have to do again.
We'll do what we have to do every single time, and I swear to
But-
fucking God, she fucking threatens us again. It's gonna be a fucking issue, dude. Like I'm
But
trying to
she's
be
right.
like I'm calm and shit. Yeah, absolutely, she's right. But no, she ain't gonna fucking kill one of us.
But she
We'll
should
take
know
the
that
heat.
we-
Eric kind
She should
of clears
know
his throat. Like, I
that
don't think
we
she was
understand that.
threatening one of us. Just saying.
Then that's gonna be an issue because I'm
The
not.
ghost
we're
just
not
sits there
going
and
down.
nods in agreement
Listen.
with Eric.
The only issue I had with the perceived threat was she should know we are already aware that the society as a whole is well over us as individuals.
Right, absolutely. We're all dedicated to it.
That's
Which is
the
why
only
we
reason
wanna
I was
do this in the first
irritated.
place.
But that's neither here nor there. Either way, we have a job to do. We were asked to keep it quiet, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to keep it quiet until we can't keep it quiet.
Ghost is actually giggling as she's pulling
But
the bugs out and like putting them in pockets.
Wasn't there like a small caveat there? Like, I think the bar is open game, right? Like, if we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
no,
was-
it's just
Yeah.
specifically
Anything goes
scorched earth on that.
Yeah, she was more concerned about the NEG thing, as I think. Like, if that's what I caught.
Right.
If
That's
shit goes
way I
down,
see it as well.
we can burn the bar.
Yeah, if it goes sideways, scorched earth.
Okay.
Do we got like an hour for me to go and tool around for, or no?
We
Eric's
got
just kind of
time.
like, I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
We got time?
Yep.
Cool. I'd like to go and tool around for about an hour, if I can safely do that in the archaeology.
Where are you going?
If I can fly around in the archaeology or not.
So that gets really hairy. Yes and no. If you're really careful, you can. But otherwise,
It's me practicing my stealth in my watching out for shit. It's a test of my abilities that I obviously really need to hone, so I don't fuck up and get that bitch trying to kill us.
yeah.
It's his own personal game. The
No,
same thing
yeah.
I do. with us as a
Right.
pack.
No,
Right.
no,
I need to hone my skills.
Yeah. There are some places that you know are more safe than others. Like, you don't ever want to go near the NEG stuff like that because
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
guaranteed they have shit. And that's the pickle here is you have to dodge the NEG and local police departments while maintaining your altitude in the air and moving fast enough where a casual observer is not going to see you or hear your wings as you go by.
Right.
So that makes it difficult. You definitely can give it some shots. I mean, toss me your stealth, which is agility, I want to say.
You said there's a.
I'm literally taking the time to relax, let people do whatever they need to do. That's pretty much that. I'll be
Okay, so
eating and smoking.
my die pool is my skill,
Yes.
and then I add
Your
and then
agility.
I add my agility.
Yep, and make sure you're doing it from your monster form.
I just clicked over.
There you go. Yeah, because that can be like a couple points difference.
Yeah, it is.
Before you roll, do you want to spend any of the drama points since you got to have your full up?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I had to make sure that I drama dice are full back up again, right?
Yep. Start every game. Get full go. You guys have 3 additional dice as well.
I'll just use one of my drama dice, and that just gives me an extra die, right?
Yep.
Yep.
21.
Still
Yeah.
21.
So that is very, 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 very well done compared to like the average like look score. So like
Right.
your notice or perception. So you manage to circle out within 2 hours. You go a couple miles out, 1 or 2 from the house, and you start finding places that you know are more safe for you to do this in as you're in the air. You start spotting trends in the way people are moving and where the buildings are that you need to avoid. You start basically building a map in your head of areas that you
Yeah,
start,
I want to extend my map as well.
right. You start
So-
understanding are safe for you to do this in. And mostly where you guys are at, there's not a lot of NEG stuff. There's maybe like half a mile to a mile and a half in one direction. There's a precinct down there, or at least like an outpost for police. But you can avoid that easily. As you start circling and going further out, you start finding ways to avoid general areas of search, like, you know, big intersections, lights, the stuff you'd expect.
Right.
And you start finding those good alleyways that run a good distance between buildings that you can use to duck into in case something hits the fucking fan. Moreover, as you start spreading out a bit more, you start to plot in your head a good way to get to this bar from your house. And
Especially if there's multiple ways to do it. I need multiple ways to get in and get out.
with your stealth roll, it's easy for you to find a way to do this without being seen by main roads or places where people tend to gather or, you know, come together at,
Right.
or, you know, flows of traffic. You find a good way to kind of hop between building shadows to get down there from the air anyways. The ground's a little more tricky. You will have to pass those intersections if you guys are in the van, for example, but you're pretty damn sure that, because you only have like another mile to go, like beyond where you get to in the 2 hours to really get to this bar. You're pretty sure that you can get back home or to there completely unseen after sunset as it is now. And that's really the big
Right.
saving thing you come across. Once the sun's down, the lights are out on the canopy of the arcology, it makes it a
Right.
lot easier for you to move around. And that's where you start finding these
Right.
really easy ways and these easy pathways to get out there, is because of that darkness.
All right, good. Love being a sneaky shit.
Yeah, you get a pretty good run back and forth if you need to.
Sneaky motherfuckers of this pack unite.
So Arclight's
All right.
gone for about 2 hours or so. About an hour and a half, actually, to be honest, traveling and double checking stuff and just redoing stuff in his mind, doing calculations. That point in time, Eric's just kind of chilled out. He started setting some stuff up in the van already, just for monitors. Like, he doesn't have anything like permanent. This is all, he's making sure it's mobile. Like, you can, you know, shut it down and modular, take it in and out as necessary. But he's making sure there's room to have everything work comfortably in the van. And so by the time Arclight gets
works.
back, he's kind of got down how he wants it. Like, you can see he's got like fucking glowing hologram sketches of like where he wants to put stuff and how he's going to arrange things in the back of the van. He's just been keeping busy.
Cool. Like I said, I've been chilling.
Ghost has been
Anybody
reading
else?
and meditating.
Okay.
Ember's
Ember's
just been chilling.
eating. Ember's been making grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Hey,
Out of the pizza.
Bishop, you know, if I don't get to burn this bar down, I gotta burn something down.
We'll
I forgot
we'll
about
figure it
that.
out.
We'll build you a wicker
There are
man.
plenty between here and there. There are plenty of closed or unoccupied buildings that you can unleash on that we can leave within seconds.
And technically, it won't be part of the mission, so it's not going to be a problem.
Right.
Okay.
Just relax. We'll get you covered here.
You just need to start building him wicker men and let him burn those.
Or we just need to start making regular trips out of the arcology. Either way, we'll take care of it. Once everybody's back and we're ready, we'll start heading over.
So you guys start getting ready to head out. You guys make out to the van, the battle wagon, as the dead
The
inside
battle
Korova has started calling it. You can see that Eric has kind of cleaned everything up. He's got it. He put it back in the case. Like there were inside that large footlocker. There were smaller cases for each, more sensitive bit of electronics, like a padded case. He's got those kind of in the back, like organized. And as you guys walk out to the van, he's like, "Hey, do you want me to prep any of the small micro cameras or anything to like maybe plant there? Like, I don't know how you guys want to handle this."
I'd say Ghost was already will actually kind of rattle her jacket with the sound of bugs and micro cameras in it.
That works.
So this is the plan. We're all gonna take some bugs and a couple. If there's any like microcams or anything in there, we're all gonna have at least a handful on us, so
Yeah.
we can all place if need be, because we're all gonna be able to get to different areas, especially Arclight and Ghost.
Yeah, you guys got like 4 to 5 dozen of those cameras and microphones, so you got plenty. She sets you up for long-term shit.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna bug and cam pretty much all areas we go to, and then retrieve said things as needed if shit turns out to be a red herring or whatever.
Open security.
All right. So as you said that, Eric's like, "So do you want me to hang out in the van then and just monitor them, or do you want me to come in with you and
Yep.
plant some?"
Nope, we're good. But
Okay.
we'll have the earbuds on. Just let us know specific places if there's any blind spots that we don't hit. Let us know so we can cover those areas. Also, we'll hit outside the bar so we can kind of monitor the comings and goings of individuals on the outside. Keep an eye out for Grant, things like that.
Yeah, cool. No problem. I'll make sure everything's up and running and we've got good signal.
First place I'm putting a bug, by the way, Ray, or not a bug, a camera is I'll put it right at the bottom of the back of the truck, the double doors.
Okay.
So he can always monitor if somebody's going to try to come in from the van, so he can let us know.
Fair enough. So you guys make your way to the bar then? Yeah?
Yes.
This bar is not off the street. It's actually down a alleyway. So you have to walk down the alleyway and it splits and the bar is at one end of it. So literally across from where that door is open right there, you can see like massive dumpsters and trash cans, some empty bottles scattered about. Like as you guys park, which you can find parking not that far away, there are some personal vehicles here, not too many, but they're all in like various states of pseudo disrepair, like junkers, like cheap transport essentially. The alleyway itself, when you walk down it, the way that the brick walls kind of like become like this rounded tunnel are all graffitied with all kinds of different gangs. You smell as soon as you walk down the alleyway like that stale scent of urine and beer mixed together. That kind of like gross smell of trash that's been sitting for too long is kind of wafting through the alleyway as well. The ground is a bit wet in places, so as you walk, you get the occasional splash. There are maybe only 1 or 2 people at the end of the alleyway, more like towards this T intersection. You see them kind of huddled. They're wearing like just street clothes, like a jacket and like jeans. More than enough to handle like the 70 or 60 degree weather it's out right now. They're talking to each other in hushed tones.
Now, if I remember right, the plan was for Ghost and Arclight to go in first, with the other 2 following behind, so nobody knew we were together.
Exactly.
Okay.
For as far as outside goes, I'll let you know. I want 2 cameras placed. One at one side of the alley, the far side. So like,
Where the
if the
dumpsters
door
are?
is over there, that way.
Yeah, by the dumpsters.
Whether by the dumpsters, right? Just hide it somewhere around there. So someone can't just walk up and be like, "Oh, what's this?" And then near the door, above the door, or something that can look at who's coming into the bar. Other than that, when you get in, just try and place things. Not so much bugs, I guess, because it's a bar. It's gonna have music, and you're not really gonna hear a whole lot, I wouldn't think. But camera wise, we're gonna try and basically place them around the whole bar for the most part, so we can capture almost every angle of the bar. See who's
Well,
there, see who's coming.
Let's try to get some bugs in there, at least in the far off tables, the dark corners.
Sure.
Music or otherwise, if someone's close enough, you'll hear it.
Sure.
and I can't
And
think of a
probably
single
near the bar
solitary
in case
CD
somebody's
deal.
talking to the bartender or something.
I can't think of a single solitary CD deal that was ever done in the middle of the open in a club.
So Ghost is walking down and Arclight's walking down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll let Ember know when
Yeah.
me and you go in. One of us needs to sit near the back entrance or close enough to the back entrance, and the other one needs to sit in the front. That way we can cover all entrances if we do have to nuke the place. Nobody leaves. Got
Take
it?
the back entrance in
Got it.
that case.
Okay.
I'll sit near the door then.
So Ghost and Arclight
Let,
are...
let me know if you've heard this one before. Two Nazati walk into a bar.
Yeah. So you guys walk your way down to down the hall, down the alleyway and to that T intersection. You'll see these two guys by the dumpsters. They're talking. You see a clear change off, especially with like Kurova and like Ghost like perception. It's a drug deal. Clear. Now drugs for the most part are illegal. Unless they're really fucking bad nowadays. Like we're talking horrible shit that will just fuck somebody from the get-go and are highly addictive. Most drugs are regulated and allowed, so there's not really a lot of need for clandestine meetups and drug deals. This is one though. You see some handover. One guy just kind of nods to the other guy, says, "Hey, thanks, man." Sees you two, goes, "How's it going?" and starts walking out the alleyway. The other
I'm not
guy,
going to do anything with that.
I'll just give him the up dog.
the other guy just sits, folds his arms, and leans back against the brick of the wall. Haven't seen you guys around. Who are you?
New to the area.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it's your lucky night. Kind of smiles and nods towards the bar. Mostly the glowing neon light.
Yeah, she'll kind of smirk and shake her head and go, "Oh man, that was bad."
Hey man, they don't pay me to be a welcoming committee.
That's fair.
But it's a cool place. Really chill.
Cool. Looking for a decent place around here to catch a drink after a long day.
Yeah. It's definitely a good place.
Start heading that way. Casually brush up against the wall.
Want to roll me your stealth? He got a 16. So you walk by and casually put this camera down there at the other end of the alleyway. He doesn't seem to notice. He's like just watching you walking. He's like, "Have a good one." You guys walk towards the door.
You too, dude.
So you make it to the door. Zane did say try to put one above the door of the bar. Are you going to try that one?
I'd say above the door is going to be a bit obvious for one of us reaching up there.
Can't be like, "Ooh, hop." How high?
Yeah.
How tall is Ghost actually?
5'11".
Yeah, you can reach up and tap it on your way in.
Or I can just brush the other side of the wall,
Sure.
which would be the easier way to do it and the less obvious one. Act like I tripped.
I can try and touch the. I can try and do a jump touch and try and touch the neon sign.
Right. 4, 5, 6.
+8.
Yep, you definitely got that one. He doesn't notice shit. The guy's looking back down the alleyway at this point in time. You get both cameras up and slide inside. Now, once you get to what we call the inside place, you guys slide inside, and the first thing is it's smoky as hell. There are people smoking all kinds of shit. Tobacco, fucking vaping, marijuana, other types of drugs that are, inhaled. The
They're
neon
smoking the drugs.
of everything is kind of just saturating this entire bar. It's not that big, but it is kind of oblong. Like once you get in this small, narrow area, it kind of grows out into like an oblong shape. And there are tables and booths around the walls.
How big is the place?
I'd say probably at least 70 to 100 feet deep. And at the widest point, probably 30 to 40 feet.
Okay. And what's the range of the microphones and cameras we have?
From what you're guessing, at least a mile.
Oh,
Yeah, these are surveillance, not just like short range, like whatever. Like you can sit down the block and monitor these things is fine.
oh no, I mean, what's the range of audio that it can pick up?
It depends on voice.
Like, I don't need to be hearing everything in the
no,
next mile.
audio here is going to be fucked because it's just loud. You got music from the bar. You got people talking. You know how you go to a bar that's loud? You have to almost shout at people. That's what you got to do in here. And for audio wise, picking it up on a recorder is going to be fucked.
Still put a few here and there in the good places.
I'll just like lean into you and be like, "Give me a mic. I know where I want to put it."
She'll slip one into your hand.
I'm gonna go.
I would
Up
have
to
made
the,
everybody take their own shit. Like,
she's the expert.
I'd say, why wouldn't you
If
trust...
she hands me one and tells me to put it somewhere, that's one thing. But my idea, Ray, is I'm gonna walk up to the bar, right between the two bars where the two gold bars or brass bars where the servers come up and place their orders. I'm gonna walk up to and just kind of lean up, and I'm gonna put the mic under the lip. Nobody ever cleans there. I've been a manager of a bar. Nobody
Those fucking
right.
bastards
fucking
never
cleans
clean
there.
shit.
Cleans under there.
As
I'm
you
gonna put the mic there, and I'm just gonna lean in and be like, "Hey,
you'll see a bartender, probably early 30s at most. Nazadi tatted up, all white tattoos spiraling up his arms. He's wearing like a white t-shirt, but the sleeves are gonna be cut off.
Right.
His hair is kind of pulled back, like almost a spiky, very stylish, for more like a rock / punk bar like this kind of sort of maybe. He's sort of like, yeah, what's going on, man?
hey, I
He's
need
speaking to Nazadi, by the way.
cool. I'll reply to Nizadi. I need 2 rocks glasses of Malort.
Yeah, no problem, man. That's old vintage. All right, I like that.
Right.
He'll lean down. You'll see him. He'll hear the bottles kind of clang along each other as he kind of.
He's gotta dig to find it.
Right, like now we have some. Like he's just searching for it. As he's doing that, you see behind the bar a barback kind of walks by and drops off like a couple of like a case of beer or two, and immediately you ping Doanoid.
Okay.
He puts his
Noted.
stuff down, just kind of leans over. It's a human, but he's speaking to Zadi very fluently. He's like, "Hey, you looking for something?" He's like, "Yeah, the Malort. The guy wants some more." He's like, "Oh, it's in the back, over there." No, over there. 2 over in the back. It's the wrong bottle. Like, yeah, it's that one there.
For the shelf.
And you hear the
2 over.
You hear the clink clink. Finally, I got it. Guy, the bartender's like, "Hey, thanks." Barback just denies what I'm here for. Leaves. You will see the bartender kind of stand back up, pours you 2 glasses. One. They're not pulling that bullshit like it's just normal shredded ice cubes. It's like a large square cube. Throws it in there.
Right.
Pours you guys about 2-ounce pour to each glass. Slides them over.
Cool. I'll give him. Whatever it is. I'll tip
Yeah,
at
it's
least 20%. Whatever.
It's like $10. So you tip him. He's like, "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let me know if you need anything
Right.
else."
With the tip is my tattoo business card.
Oh, he's like, "Oh, hey, cool. Your shop?"
Right. Well, kind of. I like kind of make my rounds. I don't have my own shop yet, but I definitely have a clean place.
Yeah.
And as long as your place is clean, I can make a house call, I guess.
I got some people who might be interested. I'll definitely.
Hey, man. Cool. My name's Korova, by the way.
Korova.
I'll put my hand out to shake.
Jove. Shake your hand.
Hi, nice to meet you, Joe. Thanks.
Yeah, no
I'll
problem.
pick up the glasses and head towards a booth or a table.
Okay.
I'd say while he was doing that, I'm finding a booth that I can slip a couple things onto.
Not an
After about
issue.
10 minutes, I'll send Ember.
Ember walks down the street. How are you dressed? Like, are you casual? Are you like? What's Ember look like?
It's super casual,
Okay.
like jeans t-shirt.
And how is he built? He's a larger guy, right?
Oh yeah. He's 6'2", 220.
Okay. So you walk down. That scrawny dude who's leaning against the brick at the end of the alleyway is like, "Oh, hey man, protein bars down the street." Okay.
Ember's literally just looking at him.
Just have
Oh, that
a-
was a joke.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I think-
it's okay.
Yeah, actually, you probably need the protein bar, little guy.
That gives me the shits.
Switch to plant-based. I'll head in.
You walk in and you see the bar set out like they have. It looks like there's probably about 30 or 40 people in here, just scattered among. About 10 or so are employees, as you guys are seeing more and more people coming out, cleaning stuff up. It's still early in the night. They're just making sure everything is, when people leave, they're bussing the tables, things like that. Did you walk in? A couple of looks your way because you're a big dude. You're like, "Oh, cool."
I'll glance around a little bit, get my bearings, and then I'll start heading towards the back. And I'll sit somewhere back there.
Fair enough. You start making your way towards the back, and you're kind of occasionally dodging between people as you're on your way down to look for that back door. And you find, once you get towards that back area, it's a small little hallway that leads to like an emergency exit. But also you see along that hall, and this is kind of weird because the din of this bar is kind of just pierced by this. It's a lit hallway with like just strips of cloth hanging down to block it off. Just inside as you walk by to get a good eye on it, you can see like maybe 15 feet down there's an emergency exit, but just on the left of the hall, the wall there splits open, and there's a staircase that leads up to a second level. And you'll see a guy sitting down in the staircase smoking a cigarette, and he immediately pings as a door noise.
Ember's gonna burn this place to the fucking ground.
Yeah. About 5 minutes after I send him is when I'll go.
Okay.
When I sit down with Ghost, I'm just kind of just, you know, as I'm sliding a drink over to her, maybe like Barbex or doing it in Nazati.
I'd say she just gets the great right back in Nazati.
Man, but bartender's a really nice guy. His name's Joe. Gave him a business card.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
some people that might be interested in some tats, so we're good.
Hopefully,
Take a sip of the Malort. Dude, did you have to get the shit to taste like the water at the end of a fucking garbage can?
Hey, dude, man, it may taste like feet, but, you know, at least fucking helps me get buzzed. Not to mention it's Chicago tradition. Never been to the bar, gotta fucking have Malort.
Why couldn't we just stick with whiskey? I have such a fucking hangover tomorrow from this shit.
Hey, no. It's just one, and then we drink real beer.
Yeah, okay. I know you. It's never just, like, I'm literally doing this, like, make it sound like we're either, like, siblings or we've known each other a long time.
Seriously, though, he had to search for, like, almost 2 minutes for the bottle. He's only got one. It's not even full.
I
so
still know
we're going to
one
have
of
to
these
do
is gonna
a
turn into
different...
5.
We're going to have to do a different one.
Fine, I'll slam this and I could go up and order a beer just so I can get this taste out of my mouth. You are the fucking worst, Burr.
As you guys drink, you'll see the answer is yes. You guys will see a human waitress will kind of swing her way down by you guys' table, pick up your drinks, and pause. Do you need anything else?
Literally anything to get this fucking taste out of my mouth, please.
Yeah. Can you line us up each? We're each gonna need a shot of George. What the
fuck is
dude?
that? God.
Shit.
Apparently
I-
Ember's fucking on it
So
tonight.
I asked Ember to roll a observation check for me in chat, and he rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 eights, so 4 of a kind, plus his normal perception. That's just okay, cool. So you see everything. You are now one with the bar.
He is the bar.
We'll get to that in just a second. That's a ridiculously good roll. All right, so
We're each gonna need a shot of George Stickle, and we're gonna need a shot of Jim Beam, and we're gonna need a shot of Jack Daniels, and their dirty Mexican friend Jose.
so you want just a plethora of good shots.
Oh yeah,
I'd say,
absolutely.
literally,
Absolutely.
Melisandre just goes, "Oh,
I've got you
fucking
covered,
hate
don't
you
worry
so
about
much. All right,
And she'll turn
we're
her
doing
heel
this tonight."
and make her way toward the bar. At that point, Bishop walks in, and again, another meaty dude steps in, and the bar's like,
Yeah, I'm 6'4",
You'll
300 pounds.
there's this dude standing at like he's sitting at like a stand-up table, like a tall table right to the side of the entrance when you walk in. He's like, "What the fuck are you?" Just some scrawny Nazati dude. He's like, "What the fuck? You okay?
What?
Did you eat your brother?"
I'll like let out a hearty laugh, and then I'll stop and look at him. Maybe.
He laughs, he slaps you on the shoulder. He's like, "I'll drink to
I'll
that,
slap
man."
him back like,
You nearly knock him over. He's like, "Oh, hey, it's all right. I'll get
steady
you.
yourself there, little guy.
I'll get you a drink later on. You're cool."
Sounds good.
All right, and you'll see him
I'll
kind of go
actually-
back to drinking.
I'll look for a spot, like a table or one of the stand-up where you're on a stool near the front door, because that's where I'm covering. But I'll definitely get a drink, and I'll buy that guy a drink too.
Okay. Yeah, you'll find a spot not that far actually from the entrance, a little bit to the side of some of the booths there. Now, this is a bar that doesn't have any sort of open area. Like, there's no dance floor, no nothing. It's just tables stretched out.
Right,
This is
it's
just for
a bar
drinking. Now, back near the back door, where Ember's situated, you put yourself up at a spot where you can kind of, at least your peripheral, see through like the hanging drapes of cloth to see that back hallway and the entrance. You see the guy who's smoking a cigarette get a call. They'll lift up his wrist comm, tap it. It's got a privacy filter, so you just see like a blurred back. He's talking. You can only make out like one or two words, like "yeah, no problem," and that's really it. And it shuts down. He stands up, flips a cigarette on the ground, crushes it in the ball of his foot, and you see him go back past where your line of sight into that stairwell. He comes back. He's holding a submachine gun strapped over his chest. But that's not what catches your attention. What catches your attention is when you see Grant Walker walk down the hall from the emergency exit and go straight to the staircase. And that's where we'll stop.
No, he's really gonna burn the
And
place
that's where we're
down.
stopping for the night.
And the bar
dude.
gets lit on
You
fire.
Summon a bitch.
I feel like
it's 7 till 11.
I know.
yeah,
No, it's time,
can't
but
stick
like
around.
it's fucking cliffhangers.
I
Right.
feel like this is being done to me on purpose.
I feel like it is too. At that point.
Oh, come on. You whipped out your Viscera Tika.
You-
We're like, I own the heart
Right?
of this
What the
home.
hell? You rolled this amazing score for your observation. I'm like, oh, he'll maybe make it. And I'm like, when you roll, I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother rolling his fucking stealth.
And the fuck of it is like she told us, yeah, if you gotta nuke the bar. We're like, well, he's fucking here, lady.
And that's where we're wrapping for today. A bit of a rough spot. Everybody was kind of like, but we were running out of time for the session. We're going to kick off our next session and find out what it is they're going to do, because now they've actually got positive ident of Grant being there. Ember saw him. He could just burn the place to the ground around everybody, or they might just get a little more tactical. But knowing the group, it's a 50-50 shot of which way they go. We'll see you next time